The purpose of this video is to show you how you can easily scan to see which industries and which stocks are on the move. Especially during an ugly bear market like we've seen start this year off, it's critical every investor can easily see where the money is flowing in and out so you can be ready for some big opportunities. So what we're going to do here first is click on the Industry Strength Ranker. I like to select check all sectors, and we're just going to use the 200 days and hit the scan button. So that's going to give you a quick overview of the strongest stocks for the last 200 days, or more or less the year. Of course, you've got the energy up top here. Huge gains there. Click here to sort to see the worst. You've got the consumer, cyclical, healthcare, and things like that. And then you've got a further breakdown by industry. So what I would like to do also is take a look, run the scan over, let's say, like 1 day. That's going to give you a different list. For the last day, the strongest you see here is solar, followed by confectionaires, airlines, biotech, apparel manufacturing, specialty retail. And you kind of got a flip here. A lot of the energy names, consumer defensives, sold off today. And that is because we had an up day in the market. Maybe a bear market rally, if you will. We will see. We could bounce back into this resistance here. But what we need to be doing every day or every couple days is to be looking at which stocks in which sectors and which industries are popping up, are starting to firm up at the bottom, starting to bottom out, and start building your watch list. So what I like to do from here, we'll just go back to this scan for the 200 days again. You get a quick breakdown by industry or sector, and then the industry heat map is interesting, sector heat map. But the industry heat map is interesting. This is for the last 200 days, mostly red. We've got the greens in the energy. Then we go zoom in a little bit more. Let's say the last 20 days run this scan, almost all red. So even the energy was getting beat up really bad. And then we'll go just the last 5 days. More or less the same, just an ugly market all around. And then just look just again for the last day. So here's today. Now it's interesting here because you've not only got a different list of sectors that are up. These industries, a lot of them that have been beaten up pretty bad are green. Now again, this could be a little bounce, but what we want to do is take a look at these and then drill in a little bit further. Let's take a look at this confectionaires. This is under the consumer defensive sector. There must be one of them that's quite large in here. So you can double click and just pull up a list of all of them. Yeah, it just looks like a bounce. 4 out of 5 of these are up. Hershey's, Mondelez, and Tootsie Roll. And what's nice is you can just go ahead and double click again to pull up a chart. I like to do a little side by side. And then of course I like to link the charts. By linking the charts, you go back over here. I'll just hit blue, and for the S for scan. So now you can just quickly cycle through and just take a look at what's going on. Maybe nothing too interesting here. Rocky Mountain Chocolate out of, bottom in action. Hershey's has held up relatively well, although sold off pretty ugly over here about a month ago. But relatively speaking, maybe something just to watch. Now, of course, if this is a little more of a defensive, it's in the consumer defensive sector. Again, you can click here and pop up that consumer defensive sector. But it may flip again once we see a strong market, if this market does bottom out. But what we want to do is just kind of look here, consumer cyclical. These have been really beat up lately. Resorts and casinos, specialty retail. These are all up today. Gambling up a little bit today. Travel services up. Airlines up. Let's just click on airlines. Again, we want to connect the charts blue and blue here, so we can just go ahead and we'll do a sort, and then so nothing too interesting here. I mean, the biggest ones are bouncing off the lows. So these still look like terrible charts. But what does that tell you? That just tells you maybe not a lot of good looking charts here yet. Maybe, I mean, the market was up, the Dow was up 600, 700 points roughly. Huge rally, but from the looks of it, probably just a bear market bounce, bear market rally, also known as a bear trap. So we do need to be careful here. But again, just go ahead and just click through these, pull up the list of all these different names, get acquainted with the different sectors, the different industries, and just be ready to watch what's bottoming out. It may not. There may be some here. We just quickly went through this, but there might be some bottoming out that unless you go through it every couple of days, you're not going to see. And after COVID, we had a V-shaped recovery. We went straight down, straight up. That's never really the best scenario to trade. If you miss it, you miss it. We're not looking to jump in and pick a bottom like that in this environment as well. We'll pull up the spiders again, the S&P 500. We prefer to see a bottom like this, and then maybe another pullback, hold these lows, get a little bit of a double bottom. And then at least you can trade against these lows from a market standpoint. And if it holds that, then you may start to see some consolidation. If not, we could go back down to this, we could have another, hate to say it, 10 to 20% lower. But what you will see, it's going to be a stock picker's market. You're going to see names that start to rally. You're going to start to see the strongest stocks, the wheat being separated from the chaff, the cream rising to the top, and you're going to start seeing some really nice consolidation and then some nice moves after that. We have to be ready. We need to run these scans. So what you can do is sign up. We have this package below. Click the link. You can get a year on PTS Primo Charts for $4.95. We give you access to the strong stock and the strong sector and industry rankers. Or you can sign up for, or you can do both. Sign up for the Better Stock Entries report, where we do these reviews as well and give you some ideas that we're seeing. So we've got both those links down below.